case a long time ago, but today we're going to be redoing it because I did not put enough information about it. Today we're going to be talking about the Cleveland torso murders. If you don't like the mention of murder, gore, or rape on any of these, please click away, because it will be mentioned. Between 1934 and 1938 in Cleveland, Ohio, a span of murders started appearing. There were 16 victims claimed by this serial killer. 6 women and 7 men were killed by this serial killer in the most gruesome fashion. And only 3 of his victims were actually identified because he'd like to decapitate his victims or chop them up and put them in chemicals. A lot of his victims were vagrants and sex workers. In a good amount of the cases, the heads were never found. Well, you are probably wondering, why did they call him the torso killer? He would cut his victims from the torso, like cut them in half. And all of his victims were never found with all of their limbs. A good amount of the victims were found in Kingsbury Run. Now, Kingsbury Run was run by hobos, sex workers, and gangsters. It was a very dangerous place. A 5th unidentified victim whose head was found wrapped in a pair of trousers. The body wasn't found until the next day near a train track. A man by the name of Elliot Ness, or you should know him as the man who caught a lot of the gangsters at the time. He busted a lot of Al Capone's bories, crooked cops, and even some other murderers. He was very mad at one point because the torso murderer left 2 unidentified bodies in front of Elliot Ness's office. Elliot Ness thought the murderer was in the hobo shacks because the murders took place nearby that area. So around 38 cops went to Hobo Jungle in Kingsbury, gathered up 63 homeless men, and when he didn't find any evidence, he burnt all the shacks down. And the weird thing is, the murders stopped after this, and the murderer was never found. The Ripper Crew. They consisted of 5 members. A lot of the people in this group consisted of necrophiles, rapists, murderers, and cannibals. They would stalk the streets of Chicago in an orange-reddish van, hunting for women. Between May 23, 1981 and October 8, 1982, they killed about 18 victims. One of the members before joining this crew actually was involved in a murder earlier and then released. They would kill many of their victims by tying them up, sexually assaulting them, and then cutting off their breasts, sometimes eating them. There would be brutal torturing as well. A woman by the name of Linda, of the age of 26 years old, was a mother of 2. She was the first victim. But this crew was finally arrested November 5th, 1982. This man right here is Durango Vargas, or the Hannibal Lecter of the Indies. He was born in South America in Venezuela. He grew up in the 1950s by a poor farmer family, but he separated from them, and that's how he became homeless. After his 3rd arrest, he killed and cannibalized someone, and then he was put into a mental institution. Some say he escaped, and some say he was released. And then the parks became his hunting ground. He only killed people that were only males, that were very strong, like athletic people. He liked the taste of their meat, and he said he did not like eating obese people, women, or children, because he said they are no threat. All of this happened in just 1 year. He killed 14 people and cannibalizing every single one of them. Right now he is 63 years old.